out as I come through. Busting in your line, cracking helmets in. I bring the pain, so what you gon' do? Stand there and just get shook out ya. So clean out your locker, I'm out to get ya. Cause I just popped ya. You can't take the pressure. You might as well quit cause you just can't last. Madden 2000, put your face in the grass.
Austin Safarian-Jenkins, the first touchdown of Jameis Winston's career.
And your pride in the dirt, so put on a skirt. If you come on the field and don't wanna get hurt, just bruise and beaten, all black and blue. And it's been like that since Madden 92.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to BBNN Sports News. And Buccaneers just coming off of a road win in Atlanta. Sorry if I'm talking kind of low. My voice has been kind of scratchy. I didn't really know what to expect today. I knew we had a lot of receivers out. I know we had a lot of injuries. I know we got a lot of new people playing all over the place. I really didn't know what to expect today. I know Atlanta's a high-scoring offense, and they made a lot of mistakes that went in our favor. We scored a lot of points off turnovers, much like what happened to us against the Panthers. I know today that Jameis Winston is our quarterback. He's the leader of this team. No Mariota. You can let that go. I know that Mike Evans and a couple of guys need to get more involved in the new offense, need to make catches when opportunities is given to them. Mike Evans has a lot of drops. We had a lot of drops prior with Vincent Jackson. And I think Luke Stalker dropped a first down pass that made me kind of nervous today. But Winston converts on with three third downs in that overtime period, which is awesome coming from a rookie quarterback. Now let me go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fourth down play. I'm going to talk about this for you, Andrew Deason. I get it that you say they punt the ball, they have no timeouts, and you think they would have gotten the ball at the 20, which they wouldn't have. If we would have punted, we would have punted from our 35 or our 40. And Eric Weems almost returned a punt for a touchdown on us already, or was it a kickoff? He already almost ran one back on us already that took him to the 50. So I don't think you would want to risk that and them getting the ball on the 50 anyways if we punted it to him. I'll never be upset at Lovie Smith. Love, if you watch this, I'll never be upset at you for trying to end the game. Instead of prolonging it, playing scared, you played to win the game. You wanted to get the first down and get the win. I can't be mad at you for that. We were in a position that we could have sealed the game right there. We wasn't great field position, but it wasn't that bad if our defense was adequate enough to stop. And everybody kept saying you didn't want a repeat of last season. Punting that ball would have been a repeat of last season. Granted, it is and it isn't the same scenario because Washington was coming for the win. They were coming for a tie. Granted, we can say what we want to say about the decision. I'll never get mad at somebody playing to win the game. You play to win the game. That's what we play this. We don't play to play keep away. We don't play not to lose. Playing not to lose is why we lost to Washington. We didn't play to win the game. We played not to lose, if that makes sense to you. I know I'm wearing two different colors today. Both my squads won. UNC beat Pitt. They're 6-1 or 7-1 on season. And, of course, Buccaneers got their win today. I don't have a whole lot of stats to give you today because there wasn't a lot. It's on offense, it's been running the ball and Jameis Winston producing offense. Last week, it fell by the wayside a lot. He threw for 300 yards passing in that game, but we lost the game at the end, so everybody's kind of in everybody's rear view because we lost. He almost played a perfect game. I believe he threw only single-digit incomplete passes. Much like, I'll give you an example. Matt Ryan almost threw for 400 yards a day. No, he did. I think he threw for 397 or something like that. but he lost, and you only put up 20 points. So you threw for that many yards, but you only put up 20 points. But you look at today with the Saints and the Giants, six or seven touchdown passes and 50 points. That would be kind of freaky there if that was going on. But the continued strong play of Doug Martin and Charles Sims, I know y'all heard me a million times talk about Charles Sims before. Now you're seeing what I'm talking about. Charles Sims can do everything. Charles Sims can do it all. Catching and running. He's got his own little style. He does what he does. Like I said, watch him at West Virginia if you guys still don't believe me. I read a report today that he's talking about we're not going to trade Doug Martin for the trade deadline. I never believed in getting rid of Doug Martin. I knew he was battling injuries and was hindering his play. Plus, he was a little heavier. He wanted to keep on that muscle weight. Granted, it's the pros now. You got to slim down and be effective, and it is working. It seems like he slimmed down, but he still kept his strength. But in comparison to like Frank Gore when he was with the Niners, Frank Gore would be killing it. He would get injured. But people, you didn't get rid of Frank Gore. You stuck with him all them years, and he was a productive back his entire. Excuse me. He was a productive back his entire career, which is I think is going to be for Doug Martin, Bobby Rainey too. I think they all can work together. Rainey's a pretty good running back as well. He kind of fallen by the wayside because these two are got good chemistry together, but I believe Bobby will get it together sooner or later. He's doing great right now on special teams, even though a lot of teams are taking him out of the game by punting it away or punting it out of bounds or kicking the kickoffs out of bounds. So he hasn't really gotten the shot, so I know he's kind of annoyed by that. But like I said, it's not ignored by me. I see what he's doing. Offensive line, I remember watching Florida State, Trey Jackson, I believe, go up against Vic Beasley when he was on Clemson. And he was giving Winston a hard time. And I saw Donovan Smith handle business in there with handling Vic Beasley. It's pretty impressive. The whole line's been getting way better. With these picks, it seems like it's starting to pay off. 4th round pick, Quan Alexander. Saquon, if you see this, I'm really sorry what happened to your brother. I know exactly what that feels like. Not per se my flesh and blood brother, but what does that mean? What I mean by that is that's just the title. Anybody could be your family. Whether you will be your family, you're true by blood or not. I've lost plenty of friends that were murdered. I had a friend, his name was Corey, he was murdered coming from his job at the end of the night. He was shot multiple times and he died. And that was just last month. And I don't really talk about myself, so I'll just elaborate on it. This has happened to me more times than I could think of. People I know, people I care about or watch I grew up with, and I watched them die. And I don't talk a lot about a lot of things to those who deal with me. I hide my emotions a lot, and he let out a lot in the game, and to deal with that and play is pretty good in the way he played. And you kind of pretend it doesn't exist, but it really does exist. And you try to hold everything in all the time, and he has a way of letting it out in the game, and I can admire the man going through such a loss like that. I just know what it feels like. So all right, let's get off of that old emotional stuff. Just wanted to, Quan Alexander, let him know I know how he feels. Exactly how he feels, not just saying that to try to relate to you. Was it Howard Johnson? Howard Johnson came up big again. A lot of people are talking about Gerald not really being the team leader. He tries to calm the team down, and his demeanor at the coin toss wasn't too pleasant. I don't really know what was up with that, but I noticed it, and I'm sure a lot of other people did, and I'm sure he'll be questioned about it. And talking about Jameis Winston needs to be the face of this franchise, or if that's what we want to do, then that's what we want to do. I believed he was the guy, even in the game. Mind you, when people were hollering for Mariota, when he threw the 4 interceptions against the Panthers, remember the Panthers are 6-0 right now, or 7-0. No, 6-0. Coming into that tomorrow. He threw that to an undefeated team and straightened his act since. And Peyton Manning leads the league in picks. Go figure, right? But his team is 8-0 or 7-0 now. But you think I would be more excited after a win today? I told you I really didn't know what to expect coming in. That's why you don't see a whole lot of fire in my eyes today, or kind of pissed off or whatever. The defense has to get better, man. It has to get better. What Chris Conte did on that last play, but 17 seconds, seems like it's always around the same time, 17 seconds. You blatantly leave Jonathan Banks to cover a running back in the flats that's like 15 yards away from where you're supposed to be, when Levante David already had him covered. Mind you, if he catches it, Levante David hopefully makes the tackle, and the clock's still running. You run up and leave their best player that's already has 100 yards receiving on us. He didn't have a touchdown till that point after Conte served it on a silver platter for just, blatantly leaving his spot. Kind of remind me of Sabby Piscatelli in the Ravens game. Running all the way up. Chris Conte ran up so far because he thought he was going to get a pick or make a play that he ran in front of Levante David. If I could find a clip, I'll put it up there. He was in front of Levante David, and he's the deep safety help for Jonathan Banks. Up there like this. Oh, he's like, Levante's in coverage like, oh, hey Chris, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Levante, how's it going out here? Oh, I'm just covering Freeman out here in the backfield. Nothing serious. But hey, wait a second. If you're here and I'm here, who's back there? Oh shit! Turn around. By that time, it's already touchdown. 6 points. Game's tied up, and Chris Conte is walking back to the sideline with his tail between his legs. Anyway, the guy hasn't played like really, really bad this season. He hasn't played really, really good either. He's made some heads-up plays, made some tackles in the field. But he makes some bonehead plays when the game's on the line as well. People, I think, overthink stuff, and I think he's one of it. Man, it's like I said, there's really not a lot in this game that I can go in depth for detail. The most thing when you win, it's nothing to really complain about. You can talk about that Washington thing, coming back again and all that, but came away with a much-needed victory. Come here and play the Giants next week at home. I'll be there. I'll get some video for you guys. Put on my pads and stuff, get up, suit up, Buccaneer Blake uniform. And hopefully we go against the Giants after that shootout. They'll be gassed out and go 4-4 and then play the Cowboys at home next week. Or away to the Eagles and then at home with the Cowboys. It's one or the other. It's two NFC East teams that's coming up. Well, guys, I ain't gonna hold you up here too much longer. I ain't feeling too good. I feel kind of congested, But I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'm happy the Bucs got the win. I owe you guys times for the last 2 games and this game. I think it'll be like they scored 20 points, so that's 10 plus the other ones I owe us like 31 minutes, so I owe you guys like 41 minutes, extra minutes on the cardio. I'll get that to you and I'll post it to you. I'll be a man of my word. I give you guys that. Like I said, I'm not trying to talk too long. My voice is kind of raspy, but I appreciate you guys watching. Come back to you Wednesday with the Thursday night game pick. See what I can pick up here. Maybe I can get Styles White on the show. He's a character for you, and I see what I can shake the bushes and get going. All right, guys, thank you. You're the master. Everything you do is entirely up to you. Even that means going for it on 4th down, which I approve. Don't care if you didn't get it. You wanted to win the game. You showed fire. I ain't mad at that. I don't like trying not to lose. I like playing to win, not trying not to lose. Y'all be safe and have a good night.
Yeah, yeah. Riding with Skeet, Mellow, and Flacco. Ain't got no beef, but we got cheese and lettuce like a taco. What you talking about? I got my city on lock, ho, and I always keep the peace. I never gotta keep that Glock, bro. Tampa Bay Buccaneer, check the red and pewter. Yeah, the girls with you are mighty fine, the ones with me are cuter. Swagger to the max, mind faster than computers. See, we get the signal clear, the flashing lights could never fool us. Call me Young Hammy, I'm about to go ham. When it comes to Tampa, I'm the definition of the man. Always let me speak my mind, but never listen to my plans. Sometimes it made me doubt I'll never miss a step again. Confidence is great, but humility is greater. Being humble is what lets me show civility to haters. It lets me see the real ones from the fakers. Guess it turned me into Kobe, Wonder Corp, we are the Lakers. Going for the championship, you'd be appalled at the amount of women waiting for their chance to get hit. It's some cancerous shit. I jumped off the wheel, they let me out the cage, now I go hamster a bit. Yeah, hometown hero status, cause my flows they be the tightest and my women are the baddest. Skate park and Tampa kids tell me I'm the raddest. Born a soccer player, I used to kick it at Ed Radis or Schimberg. Got cheese like Limburger, I'm a lyrical assassin, I spit and begin murder. I love my mother, I know that my sins hurt her, so I live a righteous life and only listen to the word of the Most High. He made me so fly, boy, I'm colder than the winter, you could call me Snow God. Shout to Key, I hit the booth and go live. If they tell you I'm the sickest, my nigga, it's no jive. I need a doctor. See, I'm fly without a plane and I don't need no helicopter. I'm not an actor. When it comes to my success, speaking the truth's the biggest factor. You're just a poser. Yeah, you're just a relief pitcher, I'm the closer. I am Tampa. Yeah, I am Tampa.